All right. Hey, welcome back. It is Sunday. It's a slow Sunday. It's a low energy Sunday for me. I promised I would stream every day for 60 days, but I did not promise that I would be super chipper every day, okay? So usually I'll do a quick summary and then I'll yap for like the whole time, trying to just narrate some of my skills or knowledge as I go, and maybe some of you somehow find that entertaining or useful, and that's awesome. But today is going to be quiet, or more of a like study with me, code with me type of vibe. A little more ASMR, more typing, and I'll do more scattered updates because I actually have to write some code, like a good amount of code before tomorrow. However, I'll give you a quick rundown of where we're at with the product, what happened since yesterday, and what I'm planning to do on stream. So, this is new. Yeah, this is a new thing I made. Yesterday and the day before, I've been working on the Now Planner, which is this one here. Okay, it's broken right now. Let me pull it up over here. New profile. Okay, I didn't have to log in again. That's progress. So this shows your default task. You can check it off. But if there's more than one over there, you can go here, cycle through. It's like as simple as we could possibly make it. And tomorrow I'm gonna send an update to the email list to try to get some people using it, see what they think. So today I'm just doing some housekeeping. I'm time boxing, or I'm going to work on this as much as I can for today. And I am sending an email out tomorrow morning. So it's just a bunch of so many little things that I'm trying to improve here. But what I'm doing right now is the tooltips. So there's no tooltips here. So you probably wouldn't know what these do exactly. So I want to add tooltips to let you know what they are, and that there's also shortcuts for them when you hover it. I'll also be changing the background, and I'm also trying to get us moved towards Tailwind for styling. The styling library we've been using is called Styled Components, and unfortunately they're going, I think they are in maintenance mode, and so they're just going to slowly fade into more irrelevance. Rest in peace. It's been a good run. I enjoyed that library a lot, but they're going away, and all the AI is trained really well on Tailwind, so it just makes sense. So that's part of this work too, is getting out of one library and moving to the other, but not all at once, just trying to do the minimal I need to so we can still push forward for today. So what do we have here? This is all the stuff I would ideally like to do by today, starting with the styles. And then there are a couple other things. These are nice to haves. I don't need to do them, but if there's time, that'd be great. And then I'm going to update the README, quick and easy. And then I'm going to write an email so it's ready to go tomorrow morning. I'm going to do the writing and updating off stream. So I do have, I think, a draft PR out already for this one. I did that. So let me pull up my local branch so you can compare. This is prod. You're right. This is broken. This is what I was working on. We also are now code splitting, so this chunk loading stuff is probably related to that. Let's see. Oh, I wasn't running the app. That would do it. Oops. Okay, here we are now. So there is a tooltip. You can hardly see it. So I need to change the colors. Boy. Let's try that again. Is the back end's not running either. Okay, my bad. There we go. So you see the little tooltips there. They're more styled consistently, and it's using Tailwind now. See that J, that K hovering there. If you add a description to a tooltip, it shows like this. If you just add the shortcut, you get your little shortcut hint there. But there's a couple implementations of it, like you see that light gray background here versus this kind of a background there. This is what I'm working on. Basically styling, coloring, making it feel right. These colors kind of got messed up and the contrast is messed up because I'm adding them to Tailwind and trying to get away from our styled component theme, and there's just some things I have to do manually and spot check it, and that's what I'll be doing. So all right, that was the setup. I'm gonna code and probably be quiet for a while, and then I'll update you if I find something interesting or when it's time to demo. But if you're hanging around at home and you want to code with me, work with me, then fire up the IDE, stretch out the fingers, and let's get to work. All right, making progress already. So I just want to get this working with the Tailwind classes, and I don't love the styles I picked, but they're using the same semantic naming, which is what I wanted. And by semantic naming, I mean I'm not naming it based on the color, like this is here, like gray 600, because we're going to add light and dark theme. So I don't want to lock us into this idea that it's gray. I want to lock us into what it is and how it's being used. And so I'm trying to stay minimal. And we already had this foreground, background idea for the sidebar. So I'm trying to stick with that and use it in other spots. It might be better to add like a drop down menu one to separate it in the future, but you can see like just the relationship between the background here, a foreground, maybe like a light foreground, light background. So that's what I'm trying to stick with. It looks good enough. I think you can go through it, all this a lot more and make it super consistent, but I'm just trying to get to a point where it feels like it's the same app, and then we can do a follow-up afterwards once we get the usability down, like once we confirm like this is what the app should do, get more feedback. So now I'm probably gonna work on these colors because these got messed up with the current branch I'm on and this contrast here. Yeah, here, this is what I'm talking about. See how it's saying gray 900? That's what the color should be. Or like gray 700. And I remove those because I don't want those. I don't want us naming things like that. So I have to probably call it like text primary, text subtle, text light, text dark, something like that. Here it's the title, and I'm saying if the background is dark, then make it white, and if it's not, then probably just want to do like text primary or text dark. So I'm thinking it'll be a quick fix, but you're kind of seeing hopefully why I'm so stubborn about not hard coding codes. If you're going to add themes, if you're going to have just dark theme, if you're just going to have just light mode, you're not going to get fancy with it, then fine, whatever, just do what you want. But I know that this theme is really important to the usability of the app and what I care about. And I also know people don't always love dark mode, so we're going to have to add a light mode. But the light mode's not even like going to feel like other light modes. Like even here, look, it just feels like every other light mode, light theme. And that's fine, but UX, the colors, this is like a big differentiator that I'm committing to for the app. So our light theme is going to look something more like this. It's going to feel more like a journal, like a book or a poster, an old print. So it'll still have the contrast that you want, but it'll just feel different. So I know this is coming up. People have asked for it. It's not the most pressing thing, but I'm trying to just make this work a little easier of rolling this out when it's time. That's all. This gray needs some work on this popper form right here. I think the main text is fine. This is maybe even a little too dark. But it has to be, see how it's kind of responsive, like where my mouse is, it's a gray, but then the, what's it called? The popover is a little darker. And because it's a little darker, it might mean that the text has to be lighter. So I can't just use what I'm doing here. I think once I get it set, it'll be fine. But right now it just feels like a lot. There's a lot going on. Even here, this ain't right. Like the colors are too far off from this teal to here. And in fact, this teal should be one of these colors instead. And look here, even though this is the same like tag or priority as a workout, it's dimmed because it's in the past. So that might affect how this looks differently too. So just some tweaking going on here. It'll make sense. Just gotta chip away. Okay, not perfect, but I think I'm good with this. So you'll notice I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm just trying to use text lighter when it's a dark background, text dark when it's a light background, but I'm adding a little variation and a little room for me to breathe by just adjusting the what is this value actually? This HSL value, I forgot. Maybe the lumosity. I always forget that word. Lumosity. Whatever. This slash 90, it's like 90% of this color. So it's the same color, and I just need to, if I need to change it, I just change it over here, this guy once. But there is subtle differences between this, so it kind of draws your attention to the title, followed by the time, and then lastly the description. So we're looking good. Now I'm probably going to look at fixing this color here. Yeah, like I suspected. Look at this guy, blue 200. We don't want that. So this is going to be this value, but we're going to replace that with a different one, and then hopefully I can delete this. Let's see if that's the only one I need. No, it's used in other spots, but I'll get working first for the event, and we'll see if I can clean it up here too. We'll see. So they're saying I gotta kind of sidestep Tailwind if I want to do this use case, which is what I'm doing elsewhere. So I might just do it for consistency and to move on. Let's try it. All right, that's good enough for me. Moving on. Moving on. When I was making these components, I was going really quick and not adding tests. So if I'm going to change it, I like to just add a test, as long as it's nothing crazy. Okay, colors wise, we're looking a lot better. It's not looking so crazy. I don't know what's going on here, but that could be separate PR. So I think I want to do, maybe we go to this guy and continue where I left off on the tooltips. We could change the background color and get these rendering with more contrast. That'd be a win. Is that I'm wondering if Tailwind theme, this is the Tailwind theme. Yeah, this is this PR. I don't think I have a separate one. Might squeeze them both into here. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So, styles. Yeah, this one. 1262. All right, we got another fix here. Got rid of an old hard-coded blue and using our accent blue. Another win. It's another win. These look a little weird now. These look like they should be dark. Shh. Something might change. I might let go. Might be fine. We'll see. All right, next I'm turning my eyes to probably the now page. This is looking pretty good. There's something odd with the yellow line, or sometimes there's a black line that appears. Maybe that's where the line originally was and it moves. I'm gonna let that go. I think these hints are kind of hard to see. That one is. So actually, let's fix this one up. There needs to be more contrast on these shortcut tips, and then I'll go over here and do what I was originally planning to do, which is the tooltips here. So back to the day. And actually, look at that. Time flies when you're working on CSS. It actually does. It's one of my favorite things to do is play with colors and text, flexbox, grids. It's just you get such quick feedback, and it really does make things feel a lot different than they would be if you hadn't thought things through or if it just didn't work. And what we have here isn't my favorite. I think it's a little too moody and like dark, but it's come a long way from where it started, and we're just chipping away, just trying to get it out there by tomorrow. So off stream, I'm gonna keep doing that. And if you're on the email list, if you've signed up, you'll get an email from me tomorrow. And if not, you can just tune in, and I'll be here chipping away again. Thanks. Bye.